Hi, welcome to a brand new episode, and it's the start of spring here on the shores of the Bristol Channel. Now, traditionally, this is the transitional period for fishing here. That basically means that the winter species are on their way out and the summer species are on their way in. But having said that, the winter species will hang around for a bit longer now, namely codling, a few whiting perhaps, but it does mean we've got an ever-increasing chance of catching a bass. Obviously, there'll be the staple here of rays, congers, chance of a dogfish. Let's get some baits out there in the water and we'll see if it all goes to plan. Well, couldn't have wished for better conditions today, really. It's a little bit dark and overcast, but you can't have it all. What I do like about it here today, we've got a nice light southerly wind coming straight over the top of us, which is flattening the bay off. And a southerly wind is usually a warm wind, and that usually means pretty decent ray fishing. We'll find out shortly. So traditionally, this is a really good form-back ray mark, and you could say that most marks are actually good ray marks nowadays, but for whatever reason, this particular spot in years gone by, around this time of year, March, April and into May, you can get some really high numbers of rays. And when I say high numbers, 20 plus fish in a session. Now, I don't think we'll see anything like that today. Now, the wind here today is all over the place. It's supposed to be a southerly wind, and it is supposed to go around to the southeast a little bit later on. But yeah, there's certainly a bit of east in it right now, I can see that much. Well, there we go, that's finally two baits in the water. It's a bit of an effort to get out here, and it does take a little while to get set up as well. Low water this afternoon's about 5 o'clock. And it's, what is it now? Getting on for 2:30 anyway, so we'll fish it a couple of hours down. I would like to fish the flood, but I've got to be back, so. Plus the fact it'll be dark round about 6 o'clock. Hopefully by then we'd have caught some fish anyway. The bait's in the water. I'll run through rigs with you now, and today I'm keeping it really simple. Basically, it's the pulley rig. You've seen it all before. Simple pulley rig with 4/0 hooks. This particular one I've baited up for the next cast on the right-hand rod is carrying lugworm, but I'm also using pilchard and squid today. Pilchard and squid's a really good combination for rays. You also catch the congers on it, but the lugworm, on the other hand, is what we tend to get the bass and the codling on. That's the plan anyway. Like I say, that wind has actually shifted round now, so what I need to do as the wind is coming this way in towards me is shift the tripod around. That's better, so I'm a lot more comfortable now. I've got the wind on my back. You can look at the rod tips, they're not too high up, and in theory the tripod shouldn't get blown over. Well, that wind has certainly picked up and I've had to resort to putting the smock on now. Not what I really wanted to be doing today, but there you go. It was quite sunny earlier and it was quite pleasant and warm, but that wind certainly takes the edge off of things. Well, that's a bite on the right hand rod anyway. Wasn't the biggest bite in the world, but it was a definite inquiry anyway. And that line has gone nicely slack. So I'd be very surprised if there's not a ray sat on the end of this one. Let's see if it's going to do anything else. I do like to hold the rod and try and get a gist of what's going on the other end. It's not always easy, especially when you've got a bit of a nasty side wind like we've got today, but there was certainly a few taps on that, and like I say, the line had gone slack. It would be lovely to see that tip go pulling right. Oh, there we go, it's off again. It's having a little play with it. Let's have a look. There's a bit of weight there actually. It's more than likely going to be a ray, but like I say, I'm very surprised that we haven't seen one so far. It's not doing a lot. Just a bit of a steady weight. It was a very timid bite if it is a ray. They're not usually the kind of fish that do that. Oh, it looks like it's a conger. I don't think it's the most impressive conger we've ever seen either. No, it's not. It's snagged up. Well, my lead's snagged up. That'll serve me right for not using a rotten bottom. Well, look at the state of that rig. I mean, honestly, what an absolute mess. I don't know. We might be able to untangle that one, but best thing to do is to get rid of this and get another bait back out there. Yuck. And don't come back. Well, it does look like this easterly wind is going to be the death of the fishing here today. Apart from that one conger, I had a small bite that didn't come to anything, and that's been our lot. As I say, an easterly wind, always bad news in the Bristol Channel. I can't think of a single venue that you could say fishes well during an easterly wind. But I didn't know it was going to happen today. I thought it was going to be southerly. The weathermen have got it wrong. It does happen. I'm going to come back in a few days' time, either here or a little bit further down the coast, and have another go when the wind goes round.